to scoot up a little bit? And scoot over that way just a hair. Perfect. All right. Full bow. More bow. Okay, good. It's a B natural. You're playing a B flat. It's extended. Okay, but it's out of 10. Okay, so play it once in first position. No, just that one. The third one. No. Don't worry about the finger, you play the notes. So it's not quite 10. Try again. Lower one. Good, now play it where it goes. No, the two's not high enough. There it is. Good. Now, okay, good. So that was good, except for, remember, the 2 goes right next to the 3, and it stays there. Okay, that's a little too much. Play harmonic C with your third finger. That's what you're shooting for. Okay, go ahead. There it is. Okay, now G string. There you go. Full bow. There it is. No, out of 10. Try again. The one's a little too high. No, stop. Don't ever tune it with the lower string, only the upper string. There it is. Okay, play that one in first position. Play that one in first position. That's how it should sound. Okay, now play. Hot is extended. No, higher one. Good. Stop. Your extension is beautiful. It's just your first finger didn't move. Okay, so remember, when you do the extension, you do it as you shift. Da dee da ya. So let the first finger move up. Play your first finger with the open G. Open G. That's what you're shooting for. Now play your second finger with the open A. Play an F, you're playing an E. Higher. Higher on the G. There it is. Lower F. Higher. Okay, now, last but not least, as you go up, for some reason, the bow gets smaller too. It's always, you always want to use the same, I guess, big bow, big sound, okay? Okay, one more time. The G is a little sharp. Now the A is sharp too. Good. No, that's the big one. Higher. Okay. Good. So remember we talked about this before. If you'll think of getting your thumb into the crook of the neck, you'll hit it 9 times out of 10. Your thumb is still about that far short. Okay, try it. F. F. Good. So when you're cheating though. So what I want you to do is when you make the shift, da-dee-da, feel like you're shifting thumb up. So don't do da-dee-da and reach up there and then shift. Just shift and do an extension, make your thumb stop there. Now you're real sharp. Da. So these are in each beat should take up about half the bow. Da dee dee ya da. Okay, you're going dee ya da. You know. So just pace your bow. Yes. A little lower on the D. Sorry. No. Play your open C. Play your open C. Now play first. A little high. No, it's too high. Go. Good. Lower. Now D. Now the D. Play the D. Higher. Two. No, two. No, they're all whole steps. Good. Can you raise your elbow? All whole steps. Da, da, da. Good. All right. So you're doing very well. It's getting much, much, much better. Okay. It's just the intonation. Okay. So if you can do a little more checking, you know, when you're playing something that agrees with an open string, and again, the first finger only ever tuned with the upper string. And the reason is put your first finger on E on the D string and tune it with the open A. Too high. Too low. Right there. Now play it with the open G. Now, see the difference? So the problem is if we tune it to the open G, our ear likes to hear it flat. Okay? Unfortunately, then if you had to play a perfect fourth from E to A, it would make the A sound sharp. And we can't do that because the A is already tuned. We can't do anything about it. Hey, I got it. Oh, I joined the American Academy of Model Aeronautics. Yeah. The reason is there's a flying field up at, you're not theoretically allowed to fly anywhere in Denver City Parks or
my dad Charlie Fitzgerald
or Lakewood City Parks or any other city park. However, I fly over there to school. Nobody's bothered me yet. I've been doing it for like 2 years. And so if you're nice and careful and go when not many people there, no one's gonna bother you. You can't go obviously when school is in session. So because most of our work is on the weekends, I don't get to fly over here all that often, except in the summer when school's out. So I fly a couple times a week. Nobody's there, I'm gone. But and I fly when it's blazing hot. No one wants to go outside. Okay, but this place is up in our how much do you know about Denver? If you go I-70 and go west, you have no idea. Okay, and yeah, it's way far. It's way next to the foothills, and it's farther north, and it takes me about 35 minutes to get there. However, you can't fly there unless you have a membership to the Model Aeronautics thing, and then you have to join their club. So I'm going out there Monday to meet with a guy to see if I want to join their club. But the winds are supposed to be 20 miles an hour. It's like, I mean, it's along the front range. It probably blows 90 miles an hour there half the year. Why would you build a flying field there? I mean, it's like, idiots. Okay, anyway. All right, so let's go one step further. I want you to do this one again, but I want you to do all of it. Okay, let me write you up. Okay, so the only difference is, and again, so when you did the first one, it was very, very good, except that when you did I think it was the first one, you were getting it mixed up with the G. And then you did the G and you were getting it mixed up with the D. But it's always right here. Okay, it's always in that same spot. It's right around the neck. I'm telling you now, everyone does exactly the same thing. It always happens. And so, but as long as you know the names of the notes, the half steps in C major are between.
What?
Pay attention. The half steps in C major are between.
B and C.
Good.
And then E and F.
Yes. As long as you remember that, you can figure any of this out. You got to know the names of the notes, and when it's E and F, half step. Everything else, E and F, B, C, everything else, the whole step. So that's where you're getting a little mixed up. Is you're looking at it, and you're looking at the fingers. I can tell this. Okay, because when I said play in first position, you try to play a 4 for crying out loud on a 1. Okay, so that doesn't work. So you have to know the names of the notes. So when you actually play it, then it'll make sense. So if we go along, and this is the last one you did, so you have, you're gonna go up one over whole step, and you got a whole step. So you got this here. If we go over and look at the G string, it's different. They're all whole steps. If we go over to the D string, it's exactly like the G. But when you go to the A string, it's going to change again. So you have. Now the bad part is here. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the G, then the D, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's that about? Okay, so if you start from here, which is where you ended up, all whole steps, then you go up to the next note you just played. So all this area here is all whole steps. Then we're going to shift again, and guess what? It's still whole steps. Next one, not whole steps. Because I got a B, C. Let's try it. Okay, so let's do. For each of these, we're going to do each string. So I want you to do this one. So this is in fourth position on the C string. Da, 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 da. Now you got to go up a whole step. A whole step. So look, you just played 1 da dee da 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 ya da 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 da. But this is so you have G, A, and B, all whole steps, and this is what you have to play here. So A,